Twister here on Solenki85. Let's do a match reaction. Liverpool versus Arsenal. The game ends 3-1 to Liverpool up at Anfield. We've lost the game to a well-established, well-drilled, high-press, elite forwards Liverpool side. And I have been on social media after this game and seen everything. Normal stuff from Arsenal fans. We beat Burnley and we say the right things. We beat Newcastle, and for the most part we say the right things. The second we get a loss, we become a mess, we become a laughing stock. This is why other clubs laugh at us. The game hasn't even been over 3 hours at the point of me recording this, and I've seen it all on Twitter today. I've seen fans calling out pretty much every player. I've seen fans calling Emery everything from a clown to a pathetic manager to a pointless stand-in. I've seen Wenger in. Now I get some of these things are banter, right? But understand, this is why other clubs laugh at us. This is why other clubs call us a flip-flop, this, that. We've lost 3-1 at Anfield. Anfield is not an easy place to go. We've lost 3-1 to the current European champions. We did not go and lose at St James's Park to Newcastle. We didn't lose last week against Burnley. We haven't played Tottenham yet or any of these other things. If we all of a sudden go on a 4, 5, 6, 7 game loss streak, fine. I can understand the frustration. But game week 3, we are already saying stupid things like Emery's a clown, this, that. It really frustrates me. It really frustrates me. Today was completely different to the last time we went to Anfield or the time before that. Yes, the score was 3-1, but the last time we were looking at cricket scores before. I said at the start of this week what I would be looking for from Arsenal in this game is progression. That's it. That's it. We were not going to go to Anfield today and get 3 points. Of course, when we're only 1-0 down, you think we're 1-0 down, it's not the end of the world. There's still things we could do here. I could see the plan today. Emery had a plan. I could see it. I am the biggest Lacazette fan. Look, it's Lacazette on the back of my shirt. I am the biggest Lacazette fan. Lacazette had to sit out today for whatever reason. I do not know. None of us are in the dressing room. We don't know. It could be a fitness issue. It could be that he just didn't fancy him today. He wanted to start Pepe and go with a game plan of soak up all the pressure, soak up the high press, try and hit them on the break and see if we can do something. I could see what Emery was trying to do in the first half, and for the most part I was okay with it. The first 10 minutes was it just wasn't the best. Yeah, they were all over us the first 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes I was twitchy, I will not lie. However, as we settled down, I understood it. I understood why he was trying to do it. Fullback for fullback, we can't go against Trent and Robbo. We can't. Those two are set in stone, established, drilled, know what they're doing, and it works with the Liverpool system. That's it. What they've got is 2 centre-backs that they can depend on. Whether that is Van Dijk and Matip, Van Dijk and Gomez, Liverpool have got 2 centre-backs that they can depend on. What that allows is their fullbacks to kick on, and worst case scenario, and they're counter-attacked, they're leaving Van Dijk and Matip or Joe Gomez, who can mop up. They're okay with this. They're comfortable. We're not there yet, right? So we can't go and do what Klopp's currently doing with Liverpool. We're not there. We're still trying to develop our best way of working. We're still several transfer windows off from even putting ourselves in the same sentence as a Liverpool or City. So I was happy with what I saw today. If I had to be critical, I'd do it in the right places. Pepe, I thought, was good today. I thought he was very good, actually. But he should have scored. You know, he's done all the hard work. He's got to put that away. He's not hit it cleanly. And just so everyone is aware, I didn't go to the game. I watched it on Sky. I didn't go to the game today. So I had a different view to some of the people that were at games and some of the people that have done interviews that were at matches. He should have scored. He's not hit that cleanly. He's not hit it with enough conviction. He's not picked a corner. Had he have done those things, he would have scored. Aubameyang had a clear-cut chance that he should have scored. He didn't. Unfortunately, this is the game. This is the difference between us and a City or us and a Liverpool, who, at the minute, their strikers are just not... Sterling's not missing at the moment. It is not going to happen. Liverpool have got a luxury, because if Mane's on an off day, and I'm not saying he was on an off day today, but of the three, he was the quietest. Bobby F, he was doing all kinds of stuff. There's a point in that game where he's chipped the ball up over Ceballos and took a volley. Had he have scored that, it would have been a wonder goal. That on game week 3 would have been a contender for goal of the season. It gets deflected, it goes out for a corner. Point I'm trying to make is, Liverpool are already set up, established, and I've got people they can count on. The fullbacks can kick on, they know they can count on their centre-backs. That's it. If Mane's having an off day, the other two, they're on smoke. If Salah's having a bad day, the other two, they're on smoke. They've got people that can fit in. In the middle of the park, they've just got fighters. Henderson, Wijnaldum, Milner, all of these kind of players, they are just gritty. They're not stars like that. They're not the ones that set the world alight. But they do, Fabinho, they do a very, very solid job. We are not there yet. We've lost 3-1 and we still sit second in the Premier League. I appreciate Tottenham is still yet to play, but we're currently still second. Have we seen improvement from where we was last season in terms of how we started the season? Yes, we have. We were defensively a mess. If there's still things to learn from, yes, but if we're going to criticise people, let's do it properly. Let's not be just throwing around this man's a clown, that manager compared to that manager. What's the point of that? Socrates, today, for the first goal, and I watched it on TV, like I just said, I wasn't at the game, was so focused on Van Dijk that from when the minute that corner was struck to Matip putting it in the back of the net, he's got hold of Van Dijk's top like this, non-stop the whole time, thinking I need to keep Van Dijk close to me and then attempt to win it. Not only did he not win it, had Matip not have scored, they would have got a penalty anyway. That's a fact. Even if the ref would have missed it, VAR would have picked it up, penalty. That's it. Socrates did a few suspect things like he always does, but we're not talking about it. We're talking about David Luiz, who, of course, his pull of the shirt, which was it was more obvious than the Van Dijk one, but the Van Dijk one still would have been a penalty. We're talking about David Luiz. David Luiz did two things in that game. He gave the penalty away, and Salah spun him out of space and obviously scored the third goal. Now, is that David Luiz not being good enough as a centre-back for the third goal, or is Salah just that good? I'd argue that Salah is that good. The penalty, I'm not making an excuse for. That's his fault. That's it. He knows it. He's already come out. I've just read something on the Arsenal website. He's already come out and given a little bit of an interview about that. So he knows where the error of his ways were. Danny Ceballos wasn't the best today. Joe Willock is really, really turning into a player. He really needs to keep his shirt. If he continues like this, he is a really key, important player. Granit Xhaka is someone that I get onto, so I'll just make this clear from now. I get onto Granit. He frustrates. He causes errors that lead to goals. I find him really frustrating. He does have positive points. If I was going to criticise anything today, and bear in mind Lacazette did not start, it would be that we went with Granit Xhaka instead of Torreira. I think Lucas Torreira was a much better choice for today's game. But I'm not qualified. I'm not an Emery salary. I'm just having my opinion on it. I don't think Emery is a clown because he went with Torreira instead of Xhaka. I don't agree with that particular decision. We have got to do better as a fan base. We've lost the game. We still sit second. Next weekend, we move. We go to Tottenham again. So we've got to get past it. What is the point of just sitting here? I've looked at the stats. They had 52.8 or something like that possession. And when I've looked at the stats, the amount of shots, the amount of passes they put together, they have 500 in excess of 540 passes in that game. Liverpool put together. Arsenal were just shy of 500, 490 something. If you look at shots on target, all of these kind of things, they created more chances. That is clear. That was evident. Of course, more chances are going to lead to goals. What I'm saying is, we weren't completely out of it. Go and have a look for yourself. Look at the stats. Break them down. We was not completely out of it. We were beaten by a better side, absolutely. We have not just gone and lost to Millwall and made ourselves look stupid. We've gone and lost to the European champions who are currently sat top in the Premier League. As a fan base, let's do better. All of this slanderous name-calling nonsense, we're no better than them other fans that come after their player in a much harsher way when we do stuff like this. Get onto people and give them constructive criticism. Don't start doing things that makes people drop their heads. We make players drop their heads to the point where they just become a former shell of themselves and can't do anything. You know, if we needed to depend on Mustafi now, it's pointless. We can't. We need to go and look in the academy or something, because expecting Mustafi to come back into the fold now, not defending Mustafi, yes, he's poor, etc. But there's way to give feedback. The way we hammer people is just ridiculous. I'm happy that Joe Willock is getting chances and he's performing, but God forbid he has a bad game with our fan base, because I can see the way people are going to talk about him right now, and he is a young talent that we need to give the chance to grow, not just be bashing. We've lost the game, we're still second, we lost to Liverpool, we're going to have a difficult trip when we go to the Etihad, because these two clubs are miles ahead of us. Manchester United have lost at Old Trafford today to Crystal Palace, and they've lost badly in my opinion. If you look at the stats of that game, it is poor all over the shop from United. 22 shots, only 3 of them on target. Their possession was good, but everything else on the stats was terrible. And the reality of the situation is this: Crystal Palace have gone and beat them at Old Trafford for the first time, I'm pretty sure, ever. We haven't had that kind of game. Relax with the way we do the feedback and the criticism, people. Let's be constructive, stay together as a fan base. I'm going to go now because I realise that I'm just rambling on. But I've just been really frustrated with some of the stuff I've seen on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Let's tone it down, people. Give your feedback, give it constructive. But let's do it. We want top 4. Let's get behind the team and push. Until next time.